So we're carrying on with the logo carving. This one today has been requested by Matilda Dolittle, and you'll see what it is. Let me spin you around. Mercedes badge. Let's get you best angle we can. It's always hard to set this up beforehand because you can't really see. So yeah, Matilda Dolittle has requested this. If there's one you want to request for me to carve, just drop it in the comments below. Let's turn some lights off. See how we get on. Yeah, so if you're only just joining, you'll be able to let's tell you what's happening here. A lot of you might already know. Got this piece of stone kicking about. No plans on what to do with it. And I love logos. I love looking at logos, thinking, oh, I'd like to carve that. So I've done the Nike one. Now I'm doing the Mercedes one. And we're just going to fill the whole piece of stone up with different logos. We've had a few requests. We've got Yamaha. We've got Adidas. We've done Nike. So someone's requested Adidas. Mercedes, obviously, here. And then the name of a jukebox. Can't remember what it is offhand. That came through this morning. So I'll have a look at that. These are just short little lives. Half an hour live. Come down to the workshop with a coffee. Carve these out. If you're watching this back, make sure you drop a comment in so I know who's been on and watch them back. It's always nice to see regular names. Don't forget, you can always send some pictures in of what you've been up to. I can put them on the community tab. We do that a lot more in the winter. While I was marking this out, made me remember the Formula One's back next week. I do like a bit of Formula One. Purposely not picked up the big hammer because I don't want it to be too close to the camera. But it's a better hammer for the job. So what's everyone been up to today? I've been and had a look around my new workshop. Very exciting. Taking some measurements, ready for moving at the end of the year. Really looking forward to that. See, there's 5 people on. Make sure you drop a comment and say hello. Even better, drop a thumbs up. Even better than that, stick a subscribe on. Maybe if any of you drive a Mercedes, you could stick a comment on. So after this, I'm got some other bits to do, but I'm going to be looking out for the supermoon tonight. I think it's officially on show more tomorrow, but it said it might be good tonight as well, so I'm looking forward to that. My daughter's into sitting outside at night watching the stars. And if any of you have got a 17-year-old daughter, well, 17-and-a-half-year-old daughter, if there's anything they like and they want to spend time with you as a father, you've got to take it. The wall of logos. Is that tonight? The supermoon. I think it's tomorrow. Oh, I'll just hit that. Move that. I'll just get in this angle. I think it's tomorrow, but it's. I think you'll be able to see a little bit tonight. We're going to try anyway. We're going to. She's downloaded a new app for the stars, so we're going to see what we can see. She's a little bit stressed at the minute with everything what's going on at college. She's just about to go into a second year of A levels, and a lot of pressure on him at that age, the university. Straight away, we're on the camera. Never really fully found the sweet spot for the camera without me hitting it with the hammer. I think the smaller the project, the harder it is, because it's a big project like the football crest. It's fine because it's sat back, it's sat away. You don't need to be able to be too close, but something like this, it's too far away, it loses something. See, now I need to work in here from that angle, so the camera's just in the wrong spot. So I'll have to. I'm not even sure that's right, but it's better. So I've been talking about getting a new camera for a while. I've been bought a GoPro. Truth be told, my wife bought it me for Christmas, and I've never done anything with it. My camera's officially packed up now, so I went to look at a new one, and I thought before I start spending too much on a camera, I might give the GoPro a go. What stone is that? This is Derbyshire Gritstone. Beautiful stone to work with. So what we're doing here, we're doing the wall of logos. I've got a bit of stone kicking about, spare, and I love logos, and I'm open for people sending me different ones in, and then we'll carve them. So if you've got any suggestions, send them in. Get it carved on there. It could even be your own personal logo. And a selection of chisels. Works his way through. Pick the right one for the job. Yeah, looking at my new workshop today, a lot of the dry stone walls around the property need replacing. So some videos worth there. Got to build a new pond next to it with a nice bit of stonework. That'll be nice. See if that camera's in the right place, just for getting in there. No, it's not my profession. I'm actually a park ranger. I used to do this as a job, and now it's just a hobby. I just like carving stone and trying to build a. Well, I think we've achieved it actually. I was going to say trying to build a nice little small YouTube community, but I think we're on 4,500 nearly now. No, we're not. We're on. I think what we're on 7,500 subscribers, which is lovely. And I just like making videos. There's over 150 videos on the channel. All different bits of stonework, dry stone walling, carving, lots of lettering. Lettering was really my trade, which is crazy to say I'm dyslexic, but we made it work. It's yeah, I plan on making some more tutorial videos. The camera's been the thing holding me back the last few weeks, but I've got plans to trial the GoPro tomorrow. I've ordered a new stand for it, so we'll see how that plays out. While you're on, Moderate Gamer, why don't you do you want to suggest a logo to get next on the board? My wife wants a Mercedes. Drawing a blank. There must be something. It can be your favourite drink. It can be your favourite car, favourite company. It can be McDonald's or Subway or favourite piece of stationery. Appliance around the house. Amazing work. Unvaccinated Vern. Nice name. That's cool. Thank you. I was just explaining it. It's going to be full of different logos. Piece of stone. Nice piece of Derbyshire gritstone. Going to have all different logos on it. All ones requested by you guys. So if you want to make a suggestion or request, go for it. This better blow up. Well, that'd be lovely, but I was saying a minute ago again, it's 7,500 subscribers. It's, to me, it feels massive. I remember the day I got to 120 subscribers, I did a little dance around the kitchen with my wife thinking, this is amazing. How exciting is this? 120 people. I mean, 20 of them were my friends and family. feels like it has blown up. But I know what you mean. It's I would imagine classes blowing up would mean like $250 million, maybe. Maybe we should put the YouTube logo on there. Mate's new logo. What is your mate's new logo? We can do that. I need to be able to see it, obviously. You need to send me a picture of it. You can always email it. So in the bio to the channel's an email address. Send it over. Let's stick it on. What is the business? What does he do, your mate? YouTube logo. Shell Gas logo. That's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes they do nothing with hundreds of people watching them. So I've only really been doing the lives since the beginning of the year. It was all about full videos when I first started, getting used to the camera and the talking on camera, and they did really well. We've got some of the videos have got a few 100,000 views on there. Then we messed about with a few shorts. Some of them have done really well, and then do a few live. But I like doing a bit of all of them now. So a mixture between them all. So the tutorials, they'll be full videos. I'm hoping the GoPro works as the new camera. But I still like doing the lives. I would say that I do them every Wednesday night, but it's not true in the summer. I go fishing. I go fishing with one of my best friends and my dad. Which is nice. I've actually just come back from a fishing trip for a week. Really caught the sun as well. What do you make? I hope it's something shippable. Mexican Pride, hi. Yeah, so well, send me the logo over, like I say, email it over to me. Let's carve it on there. And what do I make? Well, I'm actually a park ranger, but that is my job. This is just a hobby. But when I did this as a job, I used to ship stuff all around the world. The amount I sent to the States was unbelievable. Crazy. But I still do a few commissions, lots of football logos mainly. And I don't know if you ever heard of a band called Simple Minds. I'm doing one of their album covers. I'm actually, when I finish this, I'm going to practice on some of the lettering. I might just stick it on live as I'm doing it, but I'm just going to be practicing some of the lettering. Just need to move that just slightly. I think the YouTube logo is going to be a good one. Should get it on there, really, shouldn't we? Since we're on YouTube. I did carve the YouTube font once, many years ago now. I did one of my friend's logos. He opened a sustainable cafe in a local village to me. So I live in the Peak District. And he opened up a beautiful cafe. And there's Bit of a gift for him. I carved his logo like as a lucky charm. Not the right word, just kind of a goodwill gesture to bring him, to wish all the best on his new venture. And I've had that built into the side of a listed building, which is crazy. He'll be back unvaccinated. Let's be nice to see you again. What are some of the more difficult things to carve? Well, I really like logos and I really like lettering, but sculpting faces is really difficult. I went for a stage of doing hands. If you can get hands right, it's really rewarding. Faces, eyes. You find a lot of people will just drill eyes in, and it's because they're scared of them. And I think it leaves a bit of a hollow look to whatever they're doing, whether it's animals or people. And really, really small bits of lettering can be really difficult. So I'm not a sculptor, I'm a letterist. I have done a couple of bits what are a bit out of my comfort zone over the years, and I've enjoyed it, but this is kind of where my passion is. Well, make sure you subscribe to the channel, everybody, so you can see all the different videos on there. Maybe even have a go yourself. There's some videos on there about buying chisels, some of the cheapest chisels you can buy online. And lots of people have bought them from on there. Started to make me think I should have asked for some kind of cut. But no, I don't mind, as long as people are getting a good deal. So there's lots of tutorial videos on there, there's lots of different projects I've carved, some really big pieces of stone, some really enjoyable jobs, some difficult jobs. And you'll see the progression of the channel as well. If you went right from the beginning, I mean, they make me cringe just thinking about it. Well, I mean, it's not like we've gotten better. I've just smashed it into just smashed my hammer into the camera, so I'd like to think we've improved, but not too much, eh? So, I mean, I think, I'm presuming done means you've sent me the logo. Well, you've got to make sure you subscribe, otherwise you'll not see it carved. And when I'm going to carve it, what I'll do, I'll give you a bit of a heads up, and I'll put it on the community tab, and I'll tag you in it, so you can see. Let's hope it's not too difficult, eh? Be nice to get your friend's business on there. And where are you based? Are you in the UK? We'll give him a little shout out as we're doing it. So that's logo number 2, almost done. Next one going on soon, this week. For those of you who've just dropped onto the channel, this piece of stone is going to get covered in all different logos, all ones requested by you. And they can be famous companies like Nike, Mercedes, Adidas, McDonald's, Porsche, Audi, any you like. Or they can just be like we've got a friend's got a new business, and they've sent it through to me. And we're gonna have a good carving now. Oh yeah, so now I was talking to you. You can send it to me. So the email address is TheStoneRanger08@gmail.com, or if you look in the bio for the channel, it should be on there. So yeah, if not, it's TheStoneRanger08@gmail.com. Send it through, and I'll get it marked up. Let's give him a plug. Did you say it's a UK-based company? We're getting there. I was going to be really picky about where I put them and but plonking them. Plonk them on, see how it goes. Just get them in there. And some I've like the idea of some bigger and some really small. Some of the smallest letters I've carved are 4mm. So we can go pretty small. Monsters Energy logo, yeah, can definitely do Monsters Energy logo. That's if I'm right on that M on Monster, it's that's pretty cool. It's a bit jaggedy if I'm right. Let me have a look. I'll just have a quick Google of that. Monster. Monster Energy. Oh yeah, that M's cool. We'll definitely do that. That's on the list. Good shout. I'll write that down. Monster. Okay, so what's the company called? And I'll just have a look for it online for you. For some reason, I thought it was your friend's company. Yeah, if we're doing Monster, we want to do Monster kind of like a good size. It's that M warrants having it quite long. So the projects coming up on top of doing this are Simple Minds album cover we was just talking about. Everton football crest. I know you've seen me do one of them before, but someone's requested another one. They want to buy it off me. Rangers and a few other bits. Liverpool has been requested a lot recently. They're excited about the new season. We've just done the Man United one, which when you post doing a Man United one, brings out all the Man City fans. So they're like, well, where's Man City? I think we're going to see how the Chargers go before we commit to a Man City. We don't want to get dragged into the financial fair play debate by carving them on a piece of stone. Not anyone gets on a piece of stone. Once you're up there, it's like 10 Commandments. think we're done. Another logo on. So I'm just going to have 5 minutes, have a coffee break, and then actually, if any of you want to come back on and see me, I'm going to be carving a little bit of lettering what's going on the Simple Minds logo. So yeah, you could always hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be back in like 5-10 minutes. New piece of stone on here, and I'm going to be practicing a few pieces. It's not too bad. You'd be surprised actually. Posting it, you'd be surprised how easy we can send it, how cheap we can send it. So yeah, I'm going to shoot off now. Get a new piece of stone. Well, to be honest with you, I could just leave it playing, couldn't I, really? Put this next piece of stone up. Yeah, I'll just leave it playing. I'm just going to move this piece of stone, just leave that there for a minute. I'm going to move it out of the way. I'm going to go and get my next piece. So I'm going with Nelson next. So I just want to practice with this, really. I just want to give it a go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to screw a couple of pieces of timber up. I like to just wedge it on a couple of pieces of timber. Just makes my life easier. Stops it moving around so much. Excuse me. Dust. So this is just a scrap piece. Just a scrap piece I use just to wedge it in place. This is just a practice. I'll explain to you what the plan is with this in a minute. So this is Nelson. This is the lettering from Simple Minds. Even there. And I've got a bit of an idea for it. I've smudged it slightly. So let's find a chisel. I'll sharpen up a chisel before we start. And I'll explain to you. So somebody won a competition. I was giving away a free stone carving. Someone won a competition. It was for a football crest, but they requested this instead. Well, not this, but the Simple Minds logo. If you see the lettering comes in here. So this will be carved normal in relief, but it makes it, this bubble lettering makes it what it is. So if I was just to carve it out, it would lose the effect of Nelson on their logo. So my plan is to move the material around it and still carve this. So this will leave this 2mm, 3mm outside, that'd leave that raised. So we'd move this material, leave this raised, and then leave this. And I think it might make a nice effect. So, but before I do it and commit to it, I'd like to have a go. Can't see why it won't work. And then I can send it over to the guy who's won it and see if he likes the design of the lettering before I carve the proper one. And then there's one more question. Tornado Chaser, how are we doing? It's the next question I have is, do I carve it in stone or a nice piece of reclaimed slate? It is a lot of work, but I've said it many a time on the channel before. We like a challenge, and we want it to stand out, and I want to do justice. If that's how the lettering is on the album cover, we want it to get as close as possible. I wonder if we're going to get this Simple Minds fans who recognise it, who come on the stream. No, so if you've now subscribed to the channel, you'll be able to go in and have a look at some of the videos. Lots of carving on slate. You pick the right quality of slate, but you can pretty much carve on any. I've carved with some of the worst slate. You can get your hands on roof slates, and we've made it work. Actually carved. I'm trying to remember what it is now. Is it like 9 3/4? The Hogwarts, the old Harry Potter train station. This shouldn't take too much before you'll start to see what I mean. Just bear with me a second. I'm just waiting for a better quality of safety specs. Over I have a phone set up so I can see the comments. It just went off. I'm based in Yorkshire. No, I'm based in Derbyshire. Not too far away. How about yourself? Thanks for everyone so far who's put a thumbs up on the stream, and anyone who started subscribing. I always aim for double figures in thumbs up. And get double figures, I feel like YouTube thinks I'm doing a good job. We're getting there. We're on 8. We can take 8. I like the saying. That's exactly the same saying we have in Derbyshire. Derbyshire born, Derbyshire bred. But they must say that all over the country. My wife's from Suffolk. Oh, I should really have known when looking at the name. I couldn't see that. Tornado chases back. Do you know, I did a live stream a little bit earlier the other day, and I was thinking of you because you were saying it's can be a bit late in the day when I'm carving in the evening for where you are in the States. Scotland, France. The world of YouTube never fails to amaze me. Scotland, Suffolk, France, Peak District. I had a message from a guy in New Zealand this morning who's doing up a jukebox, who watches the channel. We have some regulars from New York. So I'm just neaten this up around here a little bit more, and then I'm going to carve some of these out so you can see what I mean. It's not very often I have a practice run on a style of font. When I was doing this full time, I was one of the people who just went for it. And I found majority of the time it worked. That's my style, really. But I just felt it was nice to have a go with this and send it in. So it gives me an extra opportunity to have a chat with you all and meet new people, new YouTube friends. Okay, let's give this a little go. If we're going to break it, now's the time we want to break it. A little smaller chisel for a minute. What did I carve for work? Headstones. I did do a few headstones. They're my favourite thing to do. Lots of house signs, lots of street signs, lots of logos, businesses. I did a ridiculous amount of house names, if I'm honest with you. And lots of bird baths, lots of water features. I used to make something, a bird bath bowl, and they was extremely popular. So many of them went to Texas, it was unbelievable. I saw hundreds and hundreds of them and shipped them out. I had a shipment going out every day to the States. I say shipment, not like an actual ship full. It could be, some days it could be 2 on there, some days it could be 10 on there. But no, I did do headstones. Did all sorts. Have a look back through the channel. You'll see something if you. We've got an Instagram account, which I don't keep up to date with as much as I should. But there's lots of pictures and stuff on there I made. All sorts of random stuff. Did a nice job for Pink Floyd. And a lot of charity stuff. Do quite a bit of work with adults with additional needs. Yeah, adults with additional needs, and do a lot of stone carving with them over winter time as they make presents for the family members. Oops. Yeah, sold up and became a park ranger, which is an unbelievable, rewarding job. Got to run. Have a nice run. Enjoy your run. Hopefully see you again. It'd be nice to get 2 more thumbs up if we can. Always try and aim to get to 10 if possible. Even if I'm not, it's nice for YouTube to think I'm doing a good job. So drop in the comments. There's a few of you on there. Oh, we're on to 10. Thank you. Whoever they were, thank you very much. It's drop in the comments what you've been up to today. I've been sofa shopping. We're moving house in a couple of months. Just waiting for the final bits and bobs to go through. It's a beautiful house, new workshop. Really nice. You're going to see a lot of it because there's lots of stonework to do. Lots of stuff to do in the garden. New house signs and new seating areas and fire pits and dry stone walls around it. I reckon I've got responsible for 100 metres of dry stone wall. around it, let alone. So we've got a lot of them to repair. That's what I've been doing today. And then nice meal with the kids and the wife. $11 thumbs up. We are flying. So hopefully this will start to make sense a little bit in a minute. I keep hitting the hammer. Keep hitting the. I'll move it down here now. So this font is the same font as on the album cover. I just wanted to try it to see if it's going to work. How did I get into carving? Well, I was a dry stone waller originally. Young, very young family. I had my daughter very young. No money. And you never get paid when you dry stone wall until the copers are on. I was building a wall for a customer and they were really happy with it. And they said, we're that happy with it, we want to put a house sign in it. But we can't get one made just yet. There's a bit of a waiting list. Would you mind delaying the wall for a little bit? And then you can put the house sign in. And me being young, didn't want to say, well, you can pay me part payment, that'll be fine, because I was a bit nervous about it all. But I needed to get paid. So I said, I'll carve the house sign, don't worry. Made out that I'd done a few and I hadn't. I'd seen my dad do some wood stuff, bits. So I got a piece of stone, got a design together, printed some lettering on Word of the house name, went away. I had a lovely set of Draper chisels, a nice wooden box, really nice chisels. That's horrendous. Might have to move down the size of the hammer to try and prevent that happening. Move down the size of the chisel. Lovely set of wooden chisels, really nice. Well, I marked on this piece of stone. I went at it and ended up carving a house sign. And they were really happy, like really happy with it. And the next door neighbour asked if they could have one. So the chisels were ruined by this point. And I was sharpening them on a bench grinder just to put an edge back on them. So did the next door neighbours. Then mucked it out with a little bit more carving. Bought a couple of better chisels. And then the local driving instructor passed away, a Polish fella. And it's the family asked me if I'd carve him a memorial stone. So I did. And you would say that maybe the rest is history. And then, 12 years later, I've had a business doing this professionally, run that for 7 years, really enjoyed it, met some amazing people, did some amazing jobs for people all around the world, and then decided it was time for me to move on. I'd done what I needed to do. I'd been self-employed for 15 years by that point. It'd run its course for me. Like the idea of having holiday pay, not worrying too much about having time off at Christmas and the build up and all that. All the nice things about being employed. I've got my ranger job, and now I just love doing this as a hobby. So what comments have we got here? I'll just read your coffee. Well, that's lovely. Hopefully the channel has been useful for your stone carving. It's always nice to get some lovely messages from people saying they've stumbled across the channel, love the way it comes across, had a go at it, really enjoyed it, made their own house sign, restored a house sign, done a memorial stone for one of their pets. It's always nice to know that people are finding it useful. And hopefully you had a good holiday. Where was the vacation? Yeah, I do still do commission-based work, so I do a lot of football crests. I do like wedding presents. I do all sorts of stuff. I'm a bit more selective. I don't like to have too much on the job book because that's when it's become stressful and horrible. So, but no, if there's something you want to talk about, send me a message. So you should be able to find the email address in the bio to the channel. If not, it's TheStoneRanger, all one word, 08 at gmail.com. Yeah, send me an email through and we'll have a chat. I was actually really relieved when the guy won this competition for the football crest competition, and he said, "Look, I love football and I'll happily have a football crest, but if you could, I'm friends with Jim Kerr from Simple Minds. Is there any chance you can carve this instead?" And it was, for me, it's like, oh, brilliant. I do enjoy doing the football, but something nice about doing something that's different. Yeah, I could possibly do a house sound. Yep, send it all through. Let's have a chat about it. It's got lots of beautiful reclaimed Welsh slate in the yard. So I kept it out of everything. I got rid of everything from the business, all the buildings. So we had four buildings in total, and I kept the yard, and I bought a shipping container. Put all my tools. You've probably seen it on the videos if you've looked through. It's got all this big stone saws and all the polishing stuff in there. But the yard is full of stone. And I've said on here many times, anybody who wants to have a go at carving, or struggle to find a piece of stone, live local to me, or just want to call for a coffee, and get a piece of stone and travel, make a day of it. I mean, I'm in the Peak District, it's beautiful. Let me know. We can meet up and I'll give you a piece of stone to practice on, free of charge. You're more than welcome. But yeah, beautiful slate in my yard. 1920s Welsh slate water tank. I bought the whole water tank, beautiful piece. The story behind the slate, actually, as I've got 12% battery left on my phone before I go. Friend in Senegal, his dad passed away and he wanted a memorial stone making. His dad taught him how to cook. He had a really good relationship with his dad. His dad taught him how to cook. So he wanted something a little bit special. So I bought this Welsh slate, carved this memorial plaque for him, shipped it over to Senegal, it got installed. Looked great, really happy with it, but he wanted something in connection back at his house. So we remade out of the same slate of the water tank all his kitchen worktops. So every time he finishes cooking at the end of the day, or he's prepping them, he's wiping them down, his dad's memorial stone is made out of the same slate as his kitchen worktops when his dad taught him to cook. And he can just have a bit of a nod to his old man, as we say. We can definitely do some slate. Yeah, slate is no problem. To be honest with you, this might end up on slate. I've not done any slate on the lives yet. This might end up on slate. I do like working with slate. And I polish it down to a 1500 grade. It's beautiful, really smooth like a mirror. Going to put a poll on the channel, so all of you who are subscribers, you'll be able to, well, not a poll, a question, which I'm hoping for a bit of feedback from. I'm going to put, how do you think I can improve on the lives? No, the most obvious one is stop hitting the camera with the hammer. What have we got here? So the coating on the slate, so bit of research, asked around in the industry, and the best thing to use for slate, for sealing it out, just having it sealed outside on your house side, something you can keep on top of. You want something natural, something food safe for the kitchen worktop, and the best thing you can use is olive oil. So when you finish working, on the end of the day, just have a slight little bit of oil on a kitchen rag, kitchen roll maybe, just wipe it over, and it comes up beautiful. Really, really beautiful. You don't want it too thick. You don't want to take away that natural beauty of it, and just, it works so well. Again, have a look back through the videos. You'll see me carving house signs, and you'll see me finish them with olive oil. I've tried it with all sorts. I've tried it with lacquer. I've tried it with all sorts of stuff. But now olive oil is the key. Olive oil is definitely the way forward. So I'm down to my final 10% on my battery. So we'll let the battery go, or we'll let it nearly go. I'd like to be able to press end of the feed and say bye to you all. In a couple of minutes, and then I'm going stargazing. If any of you could sneak me another thumbs up before I go, it'd be fantastic. If you want to be super amazing and stick a subscribe, I'd be more than happy with that. And now I'm back into the lives again. We'll have a little chat about the TheStoneRanger memberships at some point. Oh, and how to improve the channel. Like I say, the first thing is stop hitting that blinking camera. Some days I'm worse than others. So hopefully you're starting to see the effect of how that'd be there. Let's move it around here. So it's only rough. We're only roughly having a go at that. That's kind of what it's like on the album cover. And then what I'd do from there, see if I can find it for you. I've got another chisel. It's like a needle. I have so many chisels. I'm in the market for a couple more though. So I have another chisel what's like a needle, and you can put a speckled effect around the outside. Can't see it at the minute on here. No. Never mind. But yeah, that's the effect we're going for. I'll work on that a little bit more off camera tomorrow before I mark it up. So that's me done. Thank you all for watching. Didn't like them. Thank you all for watching. Lasted a little bit longer, just over an hour. Yeah, thanks for all them who've hit the subscribe button. Thanks you for all who've hit the thumbs up button. And thank you all for the suggestions. There's some good ones there. The monster ones are really good. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching.